You know that awful feeling when you accidentally delete a huge file
Mm-hmm.
and you think it's gone forever?
Yeah, that horrible sinking feeling.
Right. But then you kind of know deep down that the actual bits, the information, is probably still somewhere, maybe recoverable.
Exactly. And physics actually has a fundamental rule about that it insists information can never truly be destroyed. It's called unitarity.
And that absolute principle, well, it sets up this massive cosmic puzzle we're diving into today.
Haha, the black hole information paradox. It's this really deep conflict, between general relativity, Einstein's theory, predicting these inescapable black holes.
And quantum mechanics, which is adamant that information about the past must always be, well, recoverable. You can't just delete reality as history.
This whole thing really caught fire back in the 1970s. Stephen Hawking made this incredible discovery.
That black holes aren't completely black, right? They leak.
Precisely. They emit what we now call Hawking radiation. But here's the kicker, and this is what terrified quantum physicists. Hawking argued this radiation was basically random, thermal.
Meaning it carried no specific details.
None. Because of something called the no-hair theorem, the black hole itself is just defined by mass, charge, spin, simple properties.
So if the black hole radiates all its mass away and disappears,
Then all the unique information about whatever fell in, was it a pile of books, a spaceship, a star? That detailed information seems to vanish completely, irretrievably lost.
and if information can be lost like that, well, quantum mechanics kind of falls apart, doesn't it? It breaks the rules.
It fundamentally breaks quantum determinism. So the big question became, how do we even know if we've solved this? What's the test?
Ah, that brings us to Don Page, right? Back in 93.
Yep, Don Page figured out the benchmark. He said, look, if the whole process is unitary, if information does get out somehow, then the entanglement entropy of the radiation, think of it as how much information is scrambled and spread out, has to follow a specific pattern.
The Page curve. I've heard of that. It goes up, then it comes back down.
Exactly. The entropy increases initially. As the black hole radiates and shrinks, more information gets tangled up. But crucially, halfway through, it has to start decreasing, heading back towards zero as the black hole disappears.
Meaning the information is becoming localized again, it's escaping.
That downward slope is the key. If your theory can mathematically derive that whole curve, you've basically shown how information gets out. That's seen as solving the paradox.
And the thinking has shifted over time, hasn't it? Most physicists now lean towards information not being lost.
Oh, definitely. The consensus has largely flipped. You can see that shift really clearly in that famous bet from 1997.
John Preskill versus Hawking and Kip Thorne.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Hawking actually conceded in 2004. Famously, he paid Preskill with a baseball encyclopedia saying it was something from which information can be retrieved at will.
Hey, a nice touch.
Yeah.
But Thorne didn't concede.
Nope, Kip Thorne still holds out, unconvinced. It just highlights how tricky this is, trying to mesh gravity and quantum rules. It takes, well, really innovative thinking.
Yeah, bridging those two worlds, that's the holy grail. It requires immense computational power, new theoretical tools, integrating complex systems.
Which really underscores how important it is in any complex field to figure out where new approaches like, say, AI agents can genuinely make the biggest difference.
Absolutely. And speaking of finding smart solutions, this deep dive is brought to you by Embersilk. If you need help with AI training, automation, integration, or even just figuring out where AI agents could boost your business or personal projects, check out embersilk.com.
Okay, so where are we with actual solutions? There seem to be two main paths people are exploring.
Right. The first one often comes from string theory, focusing on fixing Hawking's original calculation.
Yeah, the idea of small corrections. They argue Hawking's calculation was a bit too simple. The radiation isn't perfectly thermal. There are tiny, subtle quantum correlations woven into it that actually carry the information out gradually.
So the details sort of leak out slowly over time.
That's the picture. This leads to ideas like fuzzballs, where the black hole event horizon isn't a smooth edge, but a kind of quantum fuzz or structure that stores the info, or soft hair, where the information is encoded in very low energy photons or gravitons surrounding the black hole.
Interesting. And the second main approach, often linked with loop quantum gravity.
Those are generally called remnant scenarios. Here, the information doesn't leak out bit by bit. Instead, it either escapes all at once in a final burst as the black hole evaporates completely,
Or the evaporation just stops.
or it halts when the black hole shrinks down to the tiniest possible size, the Planck scale, leaving behind a stable little nugget, a remnant, that holds all the original information.
Okay, those sound like ways to save unitarity. But you mentioned Kip Thorne is still unconvinced, and there is a more radical idea out there, isn't there, from Roger Penrose?
Ah, yes, the minority view. Penrose, among a few others, takes the really bold stance. Maybe information is genuinely lost. Maybe quantum mechanics isn't perfectly unitary when gravity gets involved like this.
Whoa, okay, that throws a wrench in everything. Why would he propose that?
It's actually central to his own cosmological model, the conformal cyclic cosmology, or CCC. He needs information loss during black hole evaporation to allow our universe in the far, far future to smooth out and somehow transition into the Big Bang of the next universe, the next eon.
So, losing information allows for cosmic rebirth. That's mind-bending.
It is. And it makes solving the information paradox even higher stakes. Because if Penrose is right, the answer might not just unify physics.
It could tell us about what happened before our own Big Bang.
Precisely. His CCC model predicts we might even find evidence of the previous universe, the prior eon. He suggests looking for specific, faint, circular patterns in the cosmic microwave background radiation, the echo of black hole encounters from before our time.
Wow. So we're looking at the afterglow of the Big Bang for clues about a universe that existed before it. That's an incredible thought to end on.
It really connects a deep theoretical puzzle to potential observations.
Absolutely fascinating. Well, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the black hole information paradox, please do subscribe to the show. Hey, and leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.